Talent can make you famous, but consistency makes you unforgettable. Welcome to Durotimi Daniel, real conversations about Africa, leadership, and life. We are fixing Africa one idea at a time. Now, the truth of the matter is, if talent was enough, every gifted person will be successful. I've spent over 20 years in the film and media industry, and one thing I can say absolutely is that those that consistently show up are the people that will last. Those that consistently show up, if there's one thing I know, that no matter how things are going, I am consistently doing, and that is why I am one of the top video editors, film editors you can mention as far as Nigeria is concerned or Africa is concerned. You can add South Africa to the CV right now. As far as these two countries concerned, consistency is, as in, I've been very, if there's something I know very well that I've been very consistent with in my life: filmmaking, film production, media production. I know I have been consistent. I keep showing up, and I am so experienced with it that I'm still learning. Now we have AI. With AI, I've been able to. I I started editing from the years of the VHS. Well, the first editing school I went to was in 2004 to learn editing, but that was just basic. And in 2005, I went to PEFT. I got a diploma there in editing. We started with VHS. It wasn't even DV tapes. We started with VHS, and after that, went to AMA Award. I was there for so many years. That is one thing I know I've been very, very consistent with over the years. And because I keep showing up, now I even have clients from Australia, Dubai, America, UK, Canada. I've got clients from all over the world who call me for just one thing: media production, editing, motion graphics. Now with AI, things are even better. You understand? So, and because I am consistent in, like, now I'm very talented when it comes to editing, but what is really working for me is the consistency. So talent will never be enough. No matter how talented you are, you have to be disciplined. In fact, discipline is part of consistency. Discipline is part of it. So one of the ways you can scale up in life is showing up even when it doesn't feel comfortable, showing up even when I've done some gigs where the pay was really good, and I've done some gigs where the pay wasn't really nice, but because of the passion I have for editing, because of the fact that I love what I do, and because I am also consistent in it also worked for me. Now, one thing we must always know is that talent will always get you the attention. If there's something that will get you attention in anywhere in the world, it has to be the talent. Talent will announce you, just like David in the Bible. His talent of music announced him to the king, even though it took him 17 years. But the word of God says, I mean, you see a man diligent in his work, he shall stand before king, he will not stand before mere men. The question is, what is that thing you have inside you? What is that skill you have inside you? It might be music, it might be leadership, it might be acting, it might be in the arts, it might be in science. I believe all those things. I believe you can also be talented with medical things, mathematics, teaching, things like that. You need to look inwards, because talent are things you are just, you don't struggle to know it. Like, you are like born with it. Like I keep saying, a fish was born swimming. So first of all, you need to know your talent. You need to figure out, what is that thing that is special about me? What is that thing I do effortlessly? What is that thing that even if I'm not paid, I will do it without stress? Figure out the talent. And then number two, consistency will build the trust. No matter how talented you are, when you do something consistently, there's this thing about neuroscience. For example, if I open my phone and I see a comedy video, maybe a particular comedian, and I watch the video, I'm like, oh, this video is nice. And then I see another video of that person. You see consistency. I'm like, oh, okay, he's got another video. I watch it again, I like it. And then I see, after a while, maybe a day or two later, I see another video. You see the consistency. Over time, before you know it, I'm going to follow the person. Before you know it, I'm going to be engaging the person. And before you know it, I'm going to register this person as a comedian. maybe a top comedian even. That's how it works. So the more you keep showing up in that thing you do, in fact, when it comes to this consistency thing, it's so powerful that even if you are supposed to be the most unlucky person because of spiritual attack or whatever, because you show up consistently, you have a high chance of winning than somebody who doesn't show up. So consistency is power. Consistency is key. Even now that I'm just starting this video now, I believe that a year or two from now, I'm going to have my own community of people who believes in me, who trusts in me, who likes what I do, who wants to engage me, such that even if I don't post, they would reach out to me, But I just have to do my part, and I'm going to save this video, and maybe when I upload, I'm going to pin it okay, just as a reference, so that a year or two or three from now, it's going to be like a reference to what I just said. Consistency is everything. You have to be consistent. You cannot just be talented. You have to be people. You must keep showing up. If this music, we need to keep seeing you do it. You don't just do one video or do a song and then you disappear. And then after 3 years, you show up again. Nobody will take you serious. So showing up consistently is key. And then lastly, trust creates opportunities. Once people can trust you, once people know that, oh, this person, we can trust this person because this person is talented and he has shown enough character, he has shown enough consistency to prove to us that this thing we can do it. It will create trust. And once the trust is there, opportunities will come. People will send you DMs, people will send you messages, emails will come in, people will recommend you, like, oh, this person, brands will start coming to you for solution, because brands also want to sell and they need somebody like you. So definitely trust will create the opportunities. A lot of us, some people say, opportunity comes but one. That's a lie. Opportunity doesn't come once. Opportunities will come consistently if you are consistent. Some people think, oh, some people are just lucky in life. It's not luck. They put in the work to make them get to where they are today. Hence, I'm just trying to encourage you. Like, we must not just be talented, we must be able to be consistent. If you want opportunities, you have to build capacity. But apart from that, you also have to strategically position yourself for opportunities. And then when you position yourself for opportunities through consistency, your time will come. You can't, it's just some people. I'm a Christian, but I don't believe everything is prayer. Everything is not prayer. The way God has created the whole world, the whole world runs on system. There's a system. There's a time for everything. There's a system. If you are struggling, it's because there's a particular law you are not following. The world is built around systems, and you must be able to understand the system. For example, a woman, when he wants a child, the process is there. She gets pregnant, and after getting pregnant, 9 months, it's a system. The world operates on systems, and you cannot skip the system. Whether there are supernatural interventions, there are situations that brings about supernatural intervention, but it doesn't happen every time. Sometimes God will skip the supernatural the system just to create a supernatural intervention. But those things are just for a particular moment. Sometimes you will skip those system just for a moment, and then everything goes back to normal. So those things happen maybe once in a very long time. So you need to follow the process. When you have money, what do you do with the money? You don't just throw it around and all that. Now, what is that one thing you have decided to be consistent with this year? What is that one thing that you have said this year? One of the things I've decided to be consistent with is content creation. I have spent so many years editing, and I feel like I believe that my story can inspire a lot of people out there. I believe that my life can inspire a lot of people out there, and that's what I do. That's why I do what I do online, to connect with other people, because I don't believe I'm just here for myself. I believe I am here for others, and that's my own life purpose, to help others, and while helping others, I'm also helping myself. So that is one. There are other things I've decided to be consistent with, like exercising, praying more, and things like that. So what is that thing you have decided to be consistent with this year? Share it in the comment section. I would like to hear from you. And then don't forget to like the video, share this video to somebody out there. This video will help somebody out there. I'm very, very sure of it. And also don't forget to subscribe, let's build our community together. Thanks for watching. I will see you on the next video. Bye.